Welcome back, my friends in conflict, to another week of conflict tips. This week is Thanksgiving in the United States, so I thought it would be appropriate to talk about the power of giving thanks. More specifically, the impact that managers can have on their employees in terms of employee engagement by sharing praise. It is widely documented and accepted that managers are in the strongest position to influence their teams, whether that be positively influencing their teams or negatively influencing their teams. Most of us, in fact, can recount terrible experiences with managers who have not supported us or made us feel valued. And according to most surveys out there on employee engagement, that's the number one reason for which employees might leave their organization, is because they don't feel supported by their manager. But we have also, many of us, had experiences with good managers, fortunately. And many of you are those good managers. So I applaud you for that. I think that we all have some room for improvement. So I hope that today's instruction will provide you with a helpful tip. Now, among the vast research that is available in the area of employee recognition is a survey that was done by the American Psychological Association back in 2012, during which they surveyed 1,700 adults to identify whether or not they felt valued by their managers and valued in their workplace. Among those who indicated that they felt valued, 93% of them said that they did their best work for those managers who made them feel valued, and 88% of them reported feeling engaged. By no means is this the only survey data available. In fact, here are a few more sources that I was able to find with a quick search, and you can do your own research and find even more good resources. Now, as a manager, how do you go about recognizing your employees? If you need some help in that area to become a better praise giver, then I've got a couple of tips for you today. Firstly, and fundamentally, all you really need to be doing is looking for opportunities to catch your employees doing something right. When you do find those opportunities, you need to pounce on them. Take advantage of those opportunities to praise those employees. Demonstrate how much you appreciate their contributions. But don't speak in generalities. Speak of specific things that they are doing right. Now, if this does not come naturally to you as a manager, then start by blocking out 10 or 15-minute chunks of time on your calendar each week to sit down and reflect upon things that your team members have done recently. And if you can't think of anything and you just truly cannot identify anything that they have done well, then identify ways that you can assign them projects or tasks that you know that they will execute really well, that you can then follow up on to provide them with some praise and some accolades. Now, there are lots of software applications out there on the market that are available to help you automate this process and make it easier to remind yourself to reach out and praise employees, to catch them doing those things that are right. But you don't need a software application necessarily to do that. I implemented one in my last employer, and it was so effective. We incorporated that into our culture, and we encouraged team members to celebrate one another's contributions and wins as frequently as possible. And it increased the employee net promoter score within our organization greatly. In fact, we were able to retain 90% of our employees through the engagement that we were able to generate, partly through this praise and recognition. But as I said, you don't need a software application to do this. This is one of the easiest and cheapest ways that you can make an impact as a manager, because it doesn't cost you anything to provide some compliments. So start small. Keep it simple. It doesn't have to be really complex. Just write a note or walk over to somebody's desk and tell them something that you appreciate about them. I promise that as you start to do this, or you continue doing it if you're a good manager who's already been practicing this, it will not only impact your team's engagement, but it will improve your outlook on your team and help you all develop greater trust together. That's all for this week.